All right. So we are on Tuesday. We got some pretty interesting stuff to talk about today because we are actually outpacing a lot of people, which is really kind of fun for me. So Jackie just told me she wrote 6 deals this weekend. That's pretty incredible when you look at the market and the way it's going. So let's get started with Miss Megan. Give us an update on Paramount Title, if you would.
Good
There
morning.
she is. You changed your shirt.
I changed my shirt.
Yeah, you were pink and now you're black.
Oh, I did. Yeah, quick change. That's how we make magic happen at Paramount Title.
There you go.
So just a reminder for you guys, just on a couple of things. We have the CE credit class tomorrow at 1:00. It's for the fair housing CE credits with a mortgage broker that we are partnering with on this. So if you need that link to register, let me know. You're just registering through Calendly and then you're joining in through Zoom. But you'll put in your license number through the invite so we can give you the credits for it. So that's an awesome opportunity there for you guys. And then next Thursday, we have our monthly training as well. And that is on how financing can help you grow your business. So if you guys need anything, let me know. Also, just a quick reminder, we have our caravan this Thursday. Lisa and I will not be at this one. We'll be at the second Thursday of every month in the South Shore area. We meet at our metas. So if you have any listings in the South Shore area and want to have an opportunity to showcase them, please let us know when we can put you in on the caravan and hope that you guys get selected.
Very cool. So something about fair housing. It is, sorry. Fair housing is something that is very important, and we are being shopped. There are specific shoppers calling out there, making sure you're not doing any slurs, if you want to call them that. So understanding what fair housing is really kind of important. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. Get the credits, and then by the end of 2 years, you don't have to take your class anymore. So makes sense to me. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You guys have a great week.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Reed, you want to take us to the enlightened perspective of the day? A lot of words on that screen.
Oh my goodness. This thing is dragging nice and slow.
Yes. Fix all that.
Good morning. Good morning. Just a reminder, not all positive changes will feel positive in the beginning. Even a seed must be buried in the ground, covered in dirt, surrounded by darkness, and then struggle and persevere to grow and reach the light. So remember, sometimes when you feel like you've been buried, you've merely been planted. And also remember, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. So keep going, don't stop, give it your all. You'll thank yourself later, I promise.
You know, it's funny. That's the exact same message I got this morning in one of my emails.
I sent it out in my email last night. You may have opened that one this morning.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, it says, the whole point is it takes time, right? Like we make commitments, but too many times we give up just shy of the commitment being fulfilled. We give up too quickly. It takes time to form habits. It takes time to create momentum. It takes time. The hardest thing is getting the ball rolling, but we usually give up right before we actually start to see the results of the work that we put in, which is why we say you got to commit for 90 days at least. If you're just committing for 30 days and giving up, or 2 weeks and giving up, you're not giving yourself enough opportunity. Like the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. You've got to put the time, effort, energy, intention, and work in, and you will be able to reap the benefits, but it takes some time. Just be patient.
But there is a bountiful harvest when you wait the time, right? You're planting the seeds. We talk about like farming, right? You start your farm now, nothing happens. And all of a sudden, 6 months from now, 9 days from now, 6 months from now, boom. Oh, Jeannie, I'm so glad you came by. They weren't thinking about you at the time, but they think about you now. So that's the name of our game.
The challenge is around that 2 week to 30-day mark, the drunk monkey pops up on your shoulder and starts whispering in your ear saying,
this isn't working.
It doesn't work. I don't care what they say. You don't have to do this. You can slow down. You can go back to doing what you were doing before. It wasn't that bad. You had a roof over your head. You had money. You had a car. You had food in your stomach. Just go back to it's fine. We'll find something else to do. It's not that important. That's why your reasons and your purpose have to be strong enough to push you through that. The drunk monkey is always going to try to keep you safe. It's not going to try to keep you happy and successful. It's going to try to keep you safe and comfortable. Keep going, keep pushing.
All right, broker briefing. I got 10 points for you today. Number 1, the opportunity. Clients are anxious. Why would they be anxious? Is there anything going on in the world that might be kind of a war, gas prices, all kinds of stuff is out there. We need to concentrate and understand they're feeling that way. They're anxious and they're overwhelmed. So as counselors, which we all are, we have to be cognizant that they are anxious and overwhelmed, which means we need to slow down and listen more. They want clarity and confidence, not more information. Man, when you start getting into what I'm getting into, reading about AI and all the opportunities, it makes such a difference for you to ask a question one way and get one answer. Ask the question very similarly and get a different answer. So what does a poor consumer do when they say, hey, is this house worth the money? AI is going to give it an answer. The same answer asked by a seller, am I giving my house away too cheap? There's all this overwhelm. So that trust and confidence that you build is really critically important. What clients are really judging? Do you sound confident? This is so important. Do you sound confident? Do you sound clear? Do you feel in control? And clarity creates calm, and calm builds trust. So what we have to do is get even better at taking control and being the leader, right? Think about a parent talking to their child. And the parent's quaking in their voice, well, maybe you shouldn't do that. No, you don't do that, right? We got to get strong. Where agents lose, we're actually too rushed and we're sloppy. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it too. I've seen some of your contracts, right? We're too delayed. We're not fast enough to get back to them. When they want answers now. Pisses me off more than anything because I am Johnny on the spot. If somebody calls me, I press 1 and they don't answer the friggin' phone.
I think one of the pieces missing there is we tend to data dump into where agents lose. We tend to data dump onto people instead of focusing on the connection too.
Yep.
Too many times. Well, there's this many listings and there's this absorption rate and you got this many sales and we had this and the interest rates are this and blah, 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 and that you've lost them because you're not connecting with them. They just want to hear, I get it. I understand. It's tough. It's challenging. It's really like unnerving having to go through this process. They just want to hear that. Just know that I got your back. And then from there, we build on it. But we tend to data dump on that in that same regard, and we lose a lot there.
I've turned off most of the podcasts that I was listening to because they're just what you're saying. It's data dump. It's overwhelm. I can't keep up with all the information they're giving me because this is what matters. The new advantage is composed, clear communication that's delivered quickly, right? Know what you're going to say. And we've done a really good job with Beggins University and the websites and the videos. That's all clear and concise. That gives them leadership, which is what they're looking for. The market shift, old, hustle and experience. I'm fast and I know what I'm doing. The new, that's relevance, awareness, and communication. What do we say? We're not, we're not in the real estate business. Finish the sentence. We're in the people and communication business. All more and more. So everything old becomes new again. Systems matter. Weak systems show in tough markets. Missed follow-ups, slow responses, inconsistency. Right? Jimmy's taught us with everything in Moxie to stay in touch with. We built a lot of time spent building your database, staying in touch, because that's what you need to do in a sales career job. Most important. The bottleneck, if everything runs through you, your business slows down. What should not be on your plate? In my opinion, you should not be loading MLS. In my opinion, you should not be loading photographs, right? We take a lot of those things off your plate. A lot of agents don't do that. And I wonder what happens when an agent leaves our company. They go back and go, oh my God, you guys really did take a lot of stuff off my plate. And now I'm doing this, so I can't do any transactions as I wanted to do. Your highest value is client conversations, negotiation, advice, and relationships, period.
Yeah, that's why we try to remove the bottleneck by putting up your signs, by putting in your listings, by managing your photos, by going through the compliance, by taking all those things off your hands, being available when you reach out and call, and negotiation strategies so you don't have to sit down and try to figure it out on your own. Remove the bottleneck, which allows you to do more of what you do best, which is talk to people. Yeah. And I sit down and we look at that and we say, if we took at least 1 hour out of every single transaction that you have, and we gave you 1 hour back for every transaction you have, somebody who does 10 transactions would have 10 more hours every single year. 10 hours every single year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you figure out how many people can you talk to in an hour, probably about 10 people, right? If you talk to 10 people every hour and you have 10 more hours, you have 100 more opportunities of talking to people. And for every 25, you end up with 1 appointment. So that's 4 additional appointments that we've put in your pocket by taking all of the bottlenecking out of the way, by getting your listings in, putting up your signs, managing those contracts and photos and everything. So now you have 4 more opportunities on appointments. And if you convert half of them, that's 2 more deals. 2 more deals at an average of $10,000 a piece is $20,000 more. That's the whole principle behind everything that we do. Free you up, get you better at what you do best. We've got people in place that do what we do best, which gets you to do more transactions and helps put more money in your pocket.
Today, today is my first class with Tony Robbins on his AI training class. It's 6 weeks long, and it's promising to give back 15 hours a week into my schedule. So it's going to read my calendar. It's going to read my to-do list. It's going to give me a list of things to do, but I've got to clone myself first. So today's the class on cloning. So I've got to clone myself with my AI, give it a name, and it's going to start doing things. And over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to build and take my schedule. It's going to have everything. It's going to have my calendar. It's going to have my email. It's going to have my text messages. It's going to look at everything, prioritize them, and just have me do what I need to be doing instead of the other stuff that I'm not doing. Same thing we're talking about here. The bottom line, clear communication builds trust, relevance, Jesus, builds confidence. Systems create consistency. How many times has Jimmy said, this is the way I run my business, Mr. Buyer. This is the way I run my business, Mr. Seller. This is a system that I follow. I don't price your house until I see it, right? The way I run my business. And then delegation creates scale, right? Having other people help you do things. And then finally, action step. What's one thing you're willing to improve on today? And look at this list. I'll send it to you if you want. But that's where the new normal is. And that's where the industry is headed. And people that are going to master this are going to do really, really well. Make sense, Miss Author? Cool. All right. Check this out. Green is good. This is our April by the numbers. We did more pending commissions than we did same period last year. 5.3 million versus 4.7 million. That is a 13% increase. You've been talking about increases most of your talks. Nobody's up 13% in this market. We're up 1 or 2% most places. 13% up in pending commissions. That's pretty damn good.
This is the amount of buyers that are shopping right now is up 13% just by the numbers, the pure numbers of what they're going under contract for. That's a really good sign.
And then AGC, who knows what AGC is? That's the adjusted gross commission. That's after we pay referral fees. So notice we did 5.3 million, and most of the business we're generating does not have referral fees. It's 5.1 million. So that's a big difference. So we're generating our own business. We're all happy for the referrals, don't get me wrong, but it's really nice to have the GCI be higher than the AGC and the AGC not be such a big percentage. We had 106 agents take listings versus 98 people take listings last year. And we had 393 sides versus 360 sides.
But look at this number, the listings taken sides, the pending sides that we have, 204 of them of the total sides were listings. 204 of the total sides were listings, which is still a 30% increase above last year. The number of listings taken that are open sides. That's a really, really strong number. Get listings, get listings, get listings. More buyers are calling on listings. More opportunities are generated with listings. Get listings.
When the market's slow and there's not many buyers,
get listings.
Get more listings. When the market's hot and there's tons of buyers, get more listings. Got it?
The way consumers are going to start shopping is going to be different, and that you're going to have to learn all the different ways that your buyers are looking for properties. Get listings.
Look at all the portals, all of the portals that are partnering with some AI type of thing, whether it's Chat GPT or Claude or whatever, a lot of them are partnering with them. So when somebody finds a property, they're going to be finding that property on these sites and asking questions and asking to connect with the listing agent a lot of the times, and they're going to connect them with that. You need listings to be more visible.
And look at this. We're getting better at writing the business we're writing because our cancellations, $309,000 in canceled commission versus $652,000. That's half of the money. So you're writing deals that are actually closing rather than writing deals and that comes from experience and knowledge, right? And qualifying our buyers properly. Total sides were a little bit down for closings, but what happened? We've got some shit going on in the world right now, right? And people are anxious and confused. Closings about on par, 1% up. Total revenue about the same. Buyer controlled sides, 94 buyers versus 82 last year. Buyers are buying. Don't let me hear anything different. Sales volumes, the same $74 million in sales and 159 sales versus 169 closings last year, same period. So closed business is probably down for this month over last month, but the new business is way up.
Yeah, and you can see the listings taken sides for closings is a little lower than it was last year, but look how much higher the listings taken sides for pending is than it was last year. That just means our projection going forward is a lot more closings in May, probably closer to a 30% more increase in closings compared to last year. So it's going to, listings closed is going to be a big number coming into compared to previous year.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that'll be a big catch up.
Lost opportunities. I just want to put this in there because I get this report every month and I don't spend a lot of time looking at it. But these are referrals that came into our company that changed their mind. And I think it's relevant to look at that because the consumers that call you have life happen too. So some of these reasons these people came in, already committed to another broker, decided to rent, cannot reach, not reachable. You ever get a sign call or something that you call them back and they don't answer? You try over and over again, right? You call, text, voicemail, and you keep trying, but at some point you give up. Legal issues, cannot reach, no response, cannot reach, no response, decided to rent. Interesting. A lot of people are deciding to rent, maybe because there's so much rental supply. Have you noticed? Jesus. Already committed. Just all these reasons happen that people inquire and they don't act. So you need to be persuasive enough or resilient enough to keep asking until you get them. And that's probably the biggest thing I think we could do. Everybody could do better, right? That's what I do all day. Whenever I have a free minute, I go to my list and I start calling people and hopefully I get them at some point. Oh yeah, we just got back from a cruise. We're on vacation.
That's what I was going to say. How many of these cannot reach, no response, cannot reach, no response, cannot reach, no response, cannot reach, no response? How many of those, if we would continue to call, continue to follow up, continue to reach in another week, 2 weeks, 30 days, 3 months, they answer and say, what we've heard plenty of times before, thank you so much for continuing follow up and not stopping, not giving up on me. It just kind of lapsed my mind for a little bit. Life happened. My dog got sick. I was on a cruise. My car broke down. My lease this, my this, that, and the other. And all of a sudden now it's important to them. And what are they going to do when it's important to them if we aren't following up with them?
Find somebody else.
Click on Zillow, click on another button somewhere, talk to somebody else. It's going to happen. So how many of these, if we continue to touch base with them, would we create more opportunities on?
So just a touch point. This is real life real estate right here. These people inquired through a force, through USAA or through Cardis, and said, I want an agent to talk to me about this. And they all went dark. That many people went dark. And how many did we actually get? More than that. Interesting. Next. Okay. Have you guys heard me talk about Zoom fraud? Okay. Here's an email from this morning. Good morning. This is the second time I've been approached by someone, different people, saying they have questions about my listings and asking me to talk to them on Zoom. The Zoom meeting links they send me won't open. Problem.
Shouldn't have clicked on it.
Should not have clicked on it in the first place. Won't open, stating I don't have the most updated version. When I connect to Zoom, the company Zoom meetings of any kind, I've never had any problems. I am concerned it might be a scam due to the site the link leads me to could have a virus. Good. All right. Do not. This is the newest thing out there. Hey, Kelly, I saw your listing on whatever it is. Can we Zoom real quick? I want to hear more about it. And Kelly would not do this. But somebody like Kelly might hit the Zoom link. Oh, so you know the most updated version. Click here. It downloads something on your machine and now has access to your hard drive.
Yeah, Kelly is going to say, sure, we can Zoom. Let me send you my Zoom.
That's the correct answer.
I go one step further because these are all
They're
scams. I just kill it right away. Here's what hey, my family and I are moving from here. Husband works offshore, blah, blah. Hey, I come across your listing. I currently viewing some properties. Would appreciate, can we connect to make, when can we connect? I'm ready now. Can you join this Zoom? And I said, I will not click on any Zoom links that you send. I will only hold meetings in my Zoom room. If you're unwilling to do that, let's just cancel this communication now. I don't care.
And then it's
And then they either don't respond or say yes. I send them the link, and then they go click on the link, which they don't do. You open your Zoom account at 4 o'clock when you have your meeting. They send you a message back at 4:05 or 4:10. Hey, it says my system's not compatible. Can you just use this link just so we can do this? I'm really looking forward to it. No, don't do any of that. All of these are scams. Anybody interested is going to be willing to go on your Zoom link anytime you're there. Just literally, sorry, I do not hold any Zoom meetings that are not at my Zoom link. It's my company policy. Done.
And there is a company policy coming out to that effect. And I actually signed the cyber policy yesterday. We renewed our cyber insurance. We're going to get all new machines because our machines are older. They don't have the proper security patches. You guys are going to be held to a standard to make sure you got software on your machines too, because cyber fraud is a really big issue for the industry right now.
Most of these leads, they're either, like you say, they're coming from Compass, but this
That
one
has nothing to do with Compass.
has nothing to do with the company. They're saying, I found your listing on this site, or they're just on that site because they understand it's the same company. So they think that you will think it's more valid by inquiring from the Compass website. Has nothing to do with anything other than they're just trying to scam you.
They want
What's
you
a
to
way
click
I
that
can
link and get into your hard drive.
What's a way I can get you to trust it more? Maybe I'll go to the company site that they're a part of, C21 or Compass. But all of these are coming through as every single one I've seen, first name, last name, first name, something else at gmail.com. It's a valid Gmail address. They're setting it up, and then they're trying to get you onto this join live meeting at meetgoogle.com, join live meeting at joinmeeting.com. They're trying to get you to click on these links that are here.
And let's just be
Correct. Thanks,
upfront.
Levada. Yes.
We're definitely going to have some things coming up, but let's just be real. It's not just Zoom. It's any link.
Oh, it could be Google Meet. It could be anything. They want you to click a link that's going to put a virus on your machine that's going to read your hard drive and study what you do. And when it's
They're going to lock your computer. It's either one of two things. They're going to
Ransom.
read your stuff and steal your bank stuff, or they're going to lock your computer and hold it ransom, and then you have to pay to get it, or they will start draining your bank accounts because they have all of your info.
So everyone will click on those links? Okay, thank you. Kelly? Ah. Okay, some Zoom meetings are good. Do them in your room. That's the only warning. Don't do it in somebody else's room. We provide a Zoom account for you. We pay for those Zoom accounts for you because they're safe, right? And it's one of the things I have to do as the broker of this company is make sure we're taking steps to protect. That's why you use your Gmail for business practice because it's multi-factor authorization. You ever notice when you go to log into Google Drive, it texts your phone to make sure it's you? That's so nobody else can get into your stuff. Those are all things that I'm responsible for because I'm the broker. So when you get sued because you did something less intelligent, they're going to sue the company. And we just can't have that.
Intelligent. He meant to say stupid.
I did mean to say stupid. You were really good. We talked on Friday. I said, Chris, what do you think? That's an idiot. Don't be an idiot. All right. This is the broker briefing. All right, Jimmy, talk about the joy of home. If you guys haven't seen this, I'm pretty emotionally tied to it. I mean, because really we don't, buying a home is a financial decision. It makes people wealthy over time, but that's not the pride of ownership. The pride of ownership is watching the kid make the cookies and spill the thing on the floor and having the memories. That's it. And so I think Century One's done a great job of touching on those heartstrings. Sorry.
Yeah, so they just updated. I mean, this is probably the last week we'll have it up here, but just go into Canva, go into the enterprise account that everybody has with Century 21.
Put your baby picture on the
Put your
sign.
baby picture on the back university for that. But yeah, there's a lot of different graphics that are available. And also we've taken some of those graphics because we've been okayed from Century 21. And they're also in Baggins University under our pre-made content. So some of the stuff's already ready to go. Then all you have to do is add your logo and kind of go with it. So just keep a lookout for it.
Are you guys seeing the goalpost yard signs popping up around? Doesn't it look good? I like it so much better. It really does look good. Yep.
This Friday, our upcoming class on Friday from 10 to 12 as part of our 90 days of onboarding with our newer agents and refresh agents is going to be a master of the contract. So if you're new and you haven't been writing any contracts, we're going to be going through how to write a contract, what to pay attention to, a little bit of negotiations, meaning like why would you use this instead of that? But it's basically just going to be going through the as-is contract because that's what typically we are using more than 90% of the time, and just going through all the particulars in the contract, what to pay attention to, what does it mean, how to negotiate through that. And then the following week will be a seller's 201. So instead of listing process, once you actually get the listing, how to get the listing on the market, prepare it for the market, position it on market, and then how to manage it from listing to contract, contract to closing, walking through all of those factors, receiving offers. We'll be talking about that the following week. And then also, if you have not already, we've had quite a few more people sign up for their coaching appointments. You all are getting, if you are a newer agent that's just joined the company, you are getting emails and text messages from Angelique about signing up for and joining when on your coaching appointment. So please click the link, set up your coaching with Jessica or myself. Even if you don't do it with us, do it with your manager. At least do it with somebody. If you're afraid or don't want to sit down with one of us, please make sure you're getting yourself held accountable with somebody. So sign up for your coaching calls so we can get you moving along, get you into these Friday classes, and make sure that you're learning all of the things the Beggins way.
There you go. Training recaps. We do spend a lot of time putting this content out there for you, so it's there for the recaps. So if you miss it, go back and watch it instead of watching Netflix for a half hour. Watch one of these for a half hour and get caught up on what some things are. What did we do last week that was fun? Real quick. Real class about pre-qualification versus pre-approval, right? You all know that. But if you don't, there's other things there. We can skip that now.
Next Wednesday, the 13th, we have a peak performance virtual strategy session. This is an opportunity. Most all of these have been live in person in one of our offices. This one's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be virtual. It's going to be next Wednesday from 11 a.m. until 12, about an hour long. We have Scott Goss with Tony Robbins. He's one of his top trainers that'll be in. He'll be giving you a 1-hour peak performance strategy session on how to create some clarity and figure out what's going on with you and how to drive better performance. And then at the end of all of those, there's always an opportunity. He gives you an opportunity to join at one of their events, whether it's a live event or a virtual event. He'll have some links and some information on how to do that as well. There's been links sent out. We'll send another one out today, but if you have this up on your screen, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of that and scan that QR code to go and sign up. It's not at our link, it's at theirs, so you have to sign up with them.
Yep. Why? Because they want your email address. Why? So they can follow up and market to you. It's okay. Part of the game.
So Zillow Showcase update. There's an update to your performance reports now. So for those of you that are putting your properties on Showcase, if you want to get an update on how your listing is performing, when you go into your dashboard and click on the listing, you just want to select where it says listing.
Where the red circle's going around it?
Yeah, right there. Spot right there. And listing of the week is actually Angie Richardson with her Pope Ridge Drive. If you go to the next page, because we got this yesterday, and she had 1,400. Now she's up to 1,559 views, which is up significantly. And actually, the next page, which I love, well, she's got 70 engagements, which is really, really high. What I like here is
they sent out 372 emails and 236 got opened. I just sent out 104 emails and only 46 got opened. And that was somebody who called on my project specifically for information and only 46 open. This is somebody, what is that ratio? That's 66% open rate. That's amazing. And that's something, oh, Jeannie looked at a house in this neighborhood at this price range. Let me send this one to her specifically. It's not one of 5 emails. It's this one, Jeannie. I think you might like it. And you open it. I think that's just amazing. I had lunch with an agent last week and I asked her if she was using Zillow Showcase or if her team was using Zillow Showcase. They said no. I said, why not? She goes, it's really expensive. I said, well, how much do you think it costs? She says, between $400 and $800 a listing. That's a lot of money. What do we pay? $150. I knew that answer, but $150 because the company made a commitment to buy a certain number and we're hitting our number. No problem there. But what an advantage. To miss this opportunity makes no sense because on your listing presentation, I want you to present this so you get the listing because the listing is where the money's coming from. Cool. Anything else? That's good stuff.
Just a couple other updates I'll get into Century 21 and Beggins University. So Century 21 has just launched a few new newsletters in Moxie Rise. These are also available in Moxie Engage if you're still using that system, but we now have a commercial newsletter. We have Fine Homes and Estates newsletter. And then we also have the Life at Home newsletter from Century 21 for both sellers and buyers.
They're
So,
good looking too.
yeah, they're very, 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 very nice looking. They just came out. Actually, they haven't even told anybody that they're there, just me so far. So you get ahead of
Ooh.
everybody if you really want to. And you're gonna send these out not like a standard campaign. You're gonna send these out like we send our email blasts. Okay, because these are all customizable. You can do whatever you want in these, along with what's already there. So there's that one, and then Beggins University, our update or our tip of the week this week is going to be the Who's Who's tool. This is the tool where you can property skip trace owner information, and from there get their contact information, be able to create a quick evaluation or CMA directly from their contact information, and even create a script that you can either use for calling, texting, emailing, all that good stuff. And then to kind of top it off, for those of you that are on the Zillow team that are using Follow Up Boss, you're able to actually click a little button at the bottom that says Add to Follow Up Boss, and it'll go right into your contacts, so you can start doing some other things with the Who's Who's tool.
Ooh, very cool.
So that will be your update or tip for this week.
I think it's a great tool because it pulls their information if it's there. It gives you an option to create a quick CMA about the property right at the bottom, gives you the option to send it right to their email right from the bottom, or click on to get a script to text it to them, to phone, to email. It's all there. It's really simple, really easy. If you're not using it, you're missing out.
All right. And then closing, as always, you need a target to shoot for. If you want to get to the path, I got an email from L8 Eisenberg, the bow tie economist, the other day, and he was talking about the Sphere in Las Vegas. It is the #1 highest grossing revenue theater in the world. It came in $1 billion over budget and over a year late to get built, but it is the #1 Sphere, right? And top agents all got invited. The tickets were $233 a piece. That's a starting price. We had VIP seating and stuff like that. But when you get into that top agent echelon, right, it's more than just the award. You're on the path to Centurion. Masters, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, Centurion, Double Centurion, Grand Centurion. And that's the target I think everybody personally should shoot for. 161,000 commissions, about 14 to 16 transactions a year, just over one a month, and you can be there. So I always like to close the meeting on that.
I mean, side note, we already have one agent in the company, I believe Centurion already.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure. I won't call out any names right now, but I'm pretty sure we already have a Centurion already.
Yeah.
We already have Diamond. We already have Diamond. We definitely have agents that have already hit at least Masters Ruby.
If anybody can do it, you can do it too. That's it. We'll break off individual office meetings. Happy Tuesday. We're almost on time.
Yep.